Welcome to Know Your Mobile. I'm Basil, this is your Google Nexus 7, and you guys have asked us no end how this performs when you have games. You also asked us about multitasking, so we thought what better way to show it off than to multitask some games. Now, not all games work perfectly because they need to be optimized for this gorgeous display, but some games do. We're going to kick things off with Dead Trigger, and Dead Trigger is definitely one of those games that works pretty nicely. As you can see, shoot the barrel, get some zombies on screen, they're all going to appear from here. Remembering we've got so many games multitasking, the lack of effect that is actually having on the gaming performance of this £329 tablet is incredible, and we're going to die pretty soon, so before we do, we might as well jump out of here, maybe swipe that out of the way, jump into another game, let's say Eternity Warriors. Eternity Warriors, use the left stick to move. Is it going to work? There you go. Jumped into it. Playing 3D games quite happily. Multitasking in and out. It looks pretty great. We think you'll agree. No real issue there. Kill some demons. Break some barrels. Procs. Simple. No slowdown. Super responsive. Great. Jumping into a maybe more graphically intensive game like a Bard's Tale, we can see jumping in here. We haven't actually played this game all that much, but we know it's from the PS2 days, and it is a great game. It's quite nice and graphically intensive. If we go back upstairs, actually, we can talk to some people and maybe a little close up on their faces. What's great about this game, unlike a lot of games, mouths move when you talk to people. The actual interaction is really nice. It's all voice, and voice acting is great as well, so it's a lot of fun to play, really entertaining game. We can get sung to now. There you go. If that's your cup of tea. It isn't ours, so we're going to swipe that out of the way, jump into, say, Asphalt 7. Wow, we don't want to break. As you can see, we jumped in mid-game. Don't know what we're doing with the NO2 there. We actually want some NO2. And it's pretty smooth. We're doing really badly, but that's just our driving. Trust us, we're no better than this in real life, but we can power slide. We can bash cars, and we can all do it at a pretty phenomenal frame rate. We're not... Oh, there you go. We're in tutorial mode, that wasn't slow down there. So yeah, as you can see, no real slowdown to speak of on Asphalt 7 either. Now jumping out of that, we won't close that, we'll keep that going while we open up Wild Blood. Wild Blood shows the first real issue. Some games, the menus aren't optimized for the phenomenal display. So while the 3D part, the real challenging part, runs very, very smoothly, we can attack some baddies now. Barge them out of the way. You can see the actual gameplay looks absolutely phenomenal. No slowdown. Really, really impressive. So it's really just the menus that give us some grief. And the same can be said of Chaos Rings. However, with Chaos Rings, the game actually suffers as well. We're not sure if we can jump straight into it because it's actually reset the game. But what it does is it actually keeps everything in the center. So it just isn't really playable. You'll want to try out games on the tablet, you'll want to see what works and what doesn't. We're pretty sure, it being a Nexus device, all games will be optimized for it. It's a very, very important tablet. So you can buy it with a relative amount of confidence. However, be warned, out of the box right now, if you're one of the early adopters, you may get some games, such as Chaos Rings, that put everything in this little area right here. As you can see, these options should really be appearing at the bottom. In the gameplay, it's much of the same, all very, very small. If we begin a new game, we're going to have to go through an entire opening scene, which you probably don't want to do, but just trust us. So yeah, out of all these games, we'd say about 80% of them worked perfectly. So that's been a quick gaming demonstration on the Google Nexus 10. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, just fire us a comment below.